Hello and welcome to the UnRemarkables. Oh my goodness, so good to be back as always. Welcome. This is our masks game. I'm Robbie Rolling. I'll be your GM. But really, all I'm doing is making sure that what all these wonderful people are doing kind of fits together somehow. So let's meet these wonderful people. And if you're new here, welcome. So happy to have you. We like chaos, we like randomness, we like the messy stuff. So we're just going to roll a die to see who's going to introduce themselves first. And what do you know? We're going to start right in the corner here with the wonderful O Adelaide. Can you tell us who you are, who you playing?
So I'm Adelaide Gardner, Adelaide on Twitter and everywhere else. You can find me on Favorite Academy and other such sundry things. I do a show with my boyfriend now, so that's fun. That airs just before this one, so it'll be on YouTube. And I play Fantasia, who is our outsider.
Incredible.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, short and sweet. Moving on to our slightly flickery but still wonderful and beautiful friend, Drop the Die.
Hey everybody, I'm Drop the Die. I'm flickery today. I hope you're all doing well. Sorry, I'm flickering today. It's driving me insane, but if you can get over it, I am Drop the Die, and I will be playing your transformed creep show Gigaflop with his tiny little soft mouse pad Pete.
All right. I just need like 5 seconds after the word Pete is said at all times. Moving on to the biggest and bestest bees that I know.
I'm the only one you know. That's why you say that. Hello, everyone. Big B's here. I am a variety streamer, voice actor, pixel artist, random screamer of things, and you can catch me here these wonderful days, Mondays for the T&B's Power Hour, and some other wonderful stuff coming up on Podcast 4.
Incredible.
I'll be playing Seismic, the definitely not most anxious and just horrified being of all time.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that to talk about in the recap, so we're gonna just swiftly ignore that, compartmentalize and move on to the wonderful NB Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare. They, she, he pronouns, and he's fine as long as you mix them up. I'm going to be playing the ever lovely Legionnaire, she, her pronouns. I'm just here to cause chaos. Check the chat. I'm now the biggest bees out of spite, because I'm choosing violence for no reason tonight. So that's the energy. Yeah, no, I'm here. That's it. All I got today. I'm vibing.
We love it. We love it. And I'm sorry, but it is first come, first serve on the biggest. So we're going to have to, I don't know what kind of like duel to the death or contest of wills, but like, we'll see. And last, but certainly not least, the rubiest of hearts.
Of hearts, I love that. Hi, how's it going? My name is Ruby Hart or Narissa. You can use either for me and I will respond. I use they, she pronouns primarily and occasionally throw in he as a treat. And today I'm feeling like a whole snack, so use any as you want for me. So I play the character Umbra. So Umbra is a character who can teleport by fading and becoming a literal walking shadow and teleporting from one shadow to any other shadow that exists in that plane of existence. So it's fun. I teleport and stealth and shit. I'm basically the rogue. She's a night walker, I guess. Is that the right term?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
what playbook are you
Yes.
playing?
So I'm playing the Harbinger playbook, and the basic of that is that my character is from another time, another place, but we don't quite know where. We don't quite know where. There have been little
when.
We've been giving little hints and little teases, but I want the audience to be able to figure out many of these things, just as the players in character are as well. So I'm having a lot of fun playing this playbook so far, and after listening to last week's episode, I'm so glad to be back and joining that chaos.
Incredible. Well, I'll get to last week's episode, but first, speaking of chaos, if you're new here, again, welcome. We have the chaos points down below the chat there, and you can use them to affect the game. Help, less than help. We kind of course, or you can just shoot me some NPC, quick NPC ideas. Adelaide knows from other streams I've done. I can roll with however weird a punch you throw at me. Just don't miss. So with that out of the way, let's give a quick recap on last week. So last week we finished our interactions with the definite by definition kidnapper who stole Fantasia away in the night to study her, and well, it ended semi-peacefully when our good friend Sam's mentor and roboticist, the doctor, I'm going to say the wrong name, Bertrand Jacqueline, Dr. J, took you out of the situation and was maybe a more responsible influence and had a conversation with both Sam and Ethan, and then with just Sam alone. But the main part, the main thing that happened last episode was we got to the sanctum, the sanctuary for that our wonderful legacy, Leah, has a safe place, a place to recuperate mentally, physically, and they still managed to get in a bunch of trouble. So when they weren't speedrunning and using their different abilities to totally hack their fighting games, the party ended up finding a secret tunnel that led to a secret chamber with a mysterious stone door underneath, built into this cliff, into this little sanctuary, which had already been made. And, maybe someone not from the legacy put their hand in it, almost got yeeted into a stone wall, maybe, barely resisted, having their back broken. It's not a big deal. And now Leah might be is in a yet undetermined amount of trouble and shit with said legacy. And we'll find that out pretty quickly. But I want to start first with our wonderful friend Umbra, who had to leave due to a shift change on one of many part-time jobs. So how would Umbra get to, how do you get to work and such around town?
So basically, she gets around either by, and right now, I think Jamie is presenting as she. Sometimes she'll get around by just going into a corner if she can and fading. She's figured out really good places around the corner from her 3 places of work. So one of them is a music shop where they have instructors and sell instruments and private music called Music Haven. One is, oh gosh, I sent you this list. One is a Michael's. It's a craft store, a painting and craft store. And I'm pretty sure that the other is Home Depot.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
They're really good with their hands and other projects like that. So this was probably a shift at Music Haven. So probably what happens is I imagine it being built into the side of a mall, and them having realized after they finished at Devin's place, oh crap, I have to go now. Someone called out of work. They are super low on staff, and in the back of their head thinking, and I really could use the extra cash. So they basically, there's a employee warehouse kind of space in the back that no one actually uses the bathroom in there.
Right. It's grody as hell.
Exactly. So there's a huge shadow just right inside the room because there's one light that constantly flickers. So usually if they just go and fade, hang out for a second, and then end up there, they're pretty solid. And usually they just make sure that in their singular backpack they have a beanie that they just always wear to work. So no matter what the hair color changes, they're set. And then when they want to make sure that they don't fade in and out and have the weird randomizer reactions, they usually just walk or take the bus. So
Great.
yeah,
And
they don't have their own car or anything like that.
fair.
Yeah.
And so are you phasing today or are you taking the bus?
So I think she realizes that it's soon, like 15 minutes soon, and it takes 35 minutes to drive to the mall. The bus or walking is not going to get her there in time.
For sure.
So yeah, she absolutely fades because she likes to be 10 minutes early just to make sure everything is all settled. Yeah, so I think she fades, immediately puts her backpack down, and I think there's a comic book panel of when they open the backpack, you see that it is like compartmentalized, and there is one little area for like a few notebooks and a Kindle. There is one area where there are like 2 sets of pants that are rolled up, 3 little sets of underwear, 2 shirts that are rolled up, and there's a jacket.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a few things like pencils or other shit in the side pockets, but like it becomes pretty clear to the audience in this moment that this is the bag of belongings that Jamie has that aren't just like in their locker at school.
Totally.
Yeah, so they rip that open, pull out the beanie and put it on, and then just like basic black shirt that is pretty good for the uniform at Music Haven, and then pop out around the side of the building and walk in to see how everything's going.
So as you change, you start to like feel this kind of surge. It's almost like when you stand next to a big speaker, it's this kind of like vibration rhythm through you, a feeling you've only felt once ever before. Maybe about 4 or 5 days ago. And so I'm going to ask, would you like to kind of let the rhythm take you, or do you want to resist?
Really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Help me. Let the rhythm take me? I'm trying to remember what this is. I'm a risk player.
So this feels like how you got here. Like
oh fuck!
But less
shit.
So, a lot less so, but like that's what it feels like. So do you want to resist whatever this rhythm is, whatever this is, or do you want to let go?
I first I kind of want to assess the situation just to try and figure out, like, I had at least some control over what I was doing, but like the artifact broke.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else should be functioning.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I wanna roll to assess the situation, please.
Do it.
Here,
Please.
I just realized I do not have the dice roller up. Let me find that.
Get some physical click clacks. You're good.
Okay, physical click clacks. I've got those on my shelf.
Yeah, just grab those first and then we'll.
Physical click clacks.
Incredible.
What?
No, I think it was just very relatable. The like.
All right, I've got my pretty dice. Okay, so 4 and 3. Okay, so that's a 7. And then what would this be adding? I'm trying to pull up my character sheet. I've been transferring everything to a new computer.
So this is your superior. So this is your superior.
Okay. Great.
For assessing the situation.
Okay, so I think right now my superior is actually a +2, so that would be a 9.
Okay, so you get 1 question. And I'm going to say that in this, it's the bonus question you normally get isn't really that applicable here.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that the future tells me anything about this moment because we have very little research on it too. So yeah.
So 1 question for me. That's all you get.
Here. I'm trying to decide from the list.
No. Honestly, player to GM. Just ask me a question. Just no list. Just ask a question. If
Thank you.
if it's too narrow, I'll let you know. But
Is this gonna drag me out of this timeline? Like whatever's happening right now, is that what it seems like is happening?
not physically and not permanently.
Okay. If it's not permanent, then I might try and go with the flow here.
Okay.
It might be more dangerous considering how much damage I've already taken to try and plant myself here.
So, so do you want to go with the flow, or do you want to plant yourself here and resist? Sorry.
I'm saying I think it'd be more dangerous for me to try and plant myself. I'm gonna go with the flow since with my assess the situation, it feels like it's not going to be a permanent thing and I will still be able to get myself back here. If it was a permanent threat, then absolutely not. But if it's temporary, fine, sure.
Totally. So we're playing a little bit of Calvin Ball with it, but now we're gonna roll your savior roll that you're supposed to do at the beginning of each session for the basically
Yep. Okay,
how's
so
this?
yeah. Should I, since we've done these off screen, should I read it for the audience really quick?
It's
Or just,
okay.
like,
Basically,
basic synopsis?
yeah, just a basic
Yeah.
rundown.
Yeah, so basically my character, since I am from a different timeline or place, using the information that I have at my disposal, I can try and clear up pieces of my investigation with my memory that's kind of jumbled. So at the beginning of each session, I can roll, and if I succeed, then basically I get just a little bit more information that becomes clearer, and so that's the basic of it. So this is a plus savior, and oh, that's another 7 plus 2, so 9.
Okay.
Yep.
That's actually going to go to a 10 because when you act on information from assessing the situation, you get a +1 forward. So you kind of feel this like energy, right? This resonance, and you kind of give in, go with the wave of it, and it's like when you teleport yourself, right? You're not corporeal, you're not like physically nothing. You know, if I reached out, I can't touch you, but you're still there. You can still feel and see, and
It's
you
just different, yeah.
yeah, it's a state of being that we sitting here at the table, the human beings, can't quite ever know.
Yeah.
And so you, because you rolled a full success, you see each of your 4 team members before you, but they all have divergent paths. You can only go down one path.
Wait, my old team or my current team?
It seems to be
Like the team I first did superhero work with in my timeline, or the team I'm
oh,
currently
sorry,
doing
yeah,
superhero work with
your
in this
current
timeline?
your current team of
Thank
super
you.
friends.
I needed clarification if we were going to get into
Yeah.
some sad backstory here.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Ooh.
I'm stuck between Legionnaire and Gigaflop because I feel like the two of them are going to be really, really important for what's happening moving forward. You know what? I think I have a somewhat handle on Legionnaire. Especially now that like we're similar ages. I want to go Gigaflop. I want to look at Sam.
It's flashes. the flash of an arcade machine, the clattering of a lunch tray. You can hear the sound of what sounds like maybe a bulldozer impacting something that is possibly even stronger. The sounds of battle, the sounds of washing dishes. And then it slowly kind of, these flashes coalesce, and you see Gigaflop standing in a crater, formless figures around them. They're just not quite, they're indistinct, but you can see where, right now they have this mouse pad like exterior, right? You can see they look more like someone in a plate mail suit of armor. These kind of hard, rigid armor platings are not completely, but it's
Gross.
a stiff and almost near impenetrable barrier. But at this point, even as you look up their face, it is armor plating over the entire head except for where the eyes glow out of.
Yeah.
And now we're going to shift scenes. So we had our wonderful friends Sam, Ethan, and Fantasia go to get dinner. So how do you all get there?
Wasn't I passed out?
No, we woke you up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I zapped you.
That's right. The friendship zap. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Friendship's app.
Ethan, do we try and test how strong Fantasia is? Carry us.
Oh, wait. I don't know. He remembers the last time he had any contact with Fantasia, and he's just.
We'll be fine. I'll hold you. Fantasia carries me. We fly. I have my hands up.
Okay. Can you do that?
I mean, maybe. Well, just jump on. And I just hold up my hands.
Just fold over Fantasia.
I'm gonna say we're gonna roll to unleash your powers.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Because you're stronger than a person your size and age and such, but that's a bold move. So
An 11?
an 11, yeah. It's
Okay.
not something you feel like you'd like to do forever, but you can.
Well, I would not like to do this forever, but I can. The dog is whining in the background. Sorry.
We're flying.
You're flying. You're doing it, Peter.
Gigaflop seems overjoyed. His little feet are going.
Incredible. As just to be clear, the comic panel tracks a completely blue teenager carrying a 7 foot or 8 foot. I
He
can't.
is 7.5 feet tall.
7.5 foot tall, like mouse pad and armor plated. And then, how are you also taking Ethan? Is Ethan like on top of Giga?
Ethan is just the cherry on top. Hold on to him, just like.
With another person, like the worst version of the Aladdin magic carpet ride,
Yeah.
just flying across the
carpet's on
skyline.
top of Jasmine. Yeah.
Yeah, just flying across the skyline of Sanctum City.
The music starts playing, and all of a sudden, all you hear is.
Amazing. I'm gonna ask you, Bees. What do you imagine the building that you three fly up on kind of looks like?
Because we're going to get food, right?
Yeah, you're going home.
Oh, we're
You're
go. Oh,
you're rolling.
our
Yes, for
apartment.
And we
dinner.
had to come back for dinner.
You invited me to dinner with y'all's folks.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. So it would just be like your typical just rectangular kind of like city apartment building. It's really inconspicuous, nothing special about it on the outside. And you've got plenty of people that live sporadically through the different floors. The very top of it is your go-to city rooftop. It's just a flat rooftop with the little like heating vents and maybe a couple AC units sitting on top, and nothing really special about it. I mean, maybe somebody's hanging their clothes out there, but
Yeah. Incredible. So I imagine we have a couple panels of the like you three walking in, and like the neighborly people kind of like, hey you all, and greeting you and grabbing the mail and whatsoever. But what is Fantasia brought to at the end of a long walk upstairs?
oh, you want me to take this one too?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Jamie's like, yeah, this is all you.
Jamie's like,
My house.
Okay, so we landed ground floor or we landed roof? Because I thought we were landing roof. That's why I described roof.
oh yeah, y'all roofing it?
Yeah, because
Great.
originally I said that we live on the
Perfect.
first floor with the landlord. Like we're all on that first floor area. So if we land on the roof, then it's just going down a bunch of stairs because the elevator never works. But if we land on the ground, then we just kind of walk in the front door. So I guess really that depends on where we land. So
We're definitely landing on the roof.
Yeah.
oh, okay. So yeah, there we go.
We get the long montage panels of walking down all these stairs, seeing the out of order sign on the elevator over and over again, and as you get to the first floor, the scent of cooking, it smells like someone is making some kind of like really nice stew, kind of wafts into the just entire like front lobby.
Yeah, there's a cacophony of smells because as you're going down, it goes from food to incense to cigarettes to food to bad food to I don't know, but I'm curious and scared to food to one floor that just smells entirely like cleaner. Like
And then
nothing
right below
else.
that one just smells like it's just pot, like nothing
Oh,
but
yeah.
we
Oh, yeah.
smell. Incredible.
And then finally, like I would say the last 6 floors are where you get all that good home cooked food. So it's just from the last 6 floors down is just great food. Different types of food, but they all smell wonderful.
Yeah. As you all let yourselves in, Fantasia, you see it's not fancy or have the latest things, but a well modest kitchen and front room. The tiles and appliances worn with age and love definitely could be replaced, but you can see like actively a toolbox on top of the refrigerator that probably gets a good amount of use anyway. And standing at the stove, absentmindedly stirring some stew, you all see an older individual, their hands kind of rough as with someone who's worked with them their whole life, stirring the stew with one hand and leaning on a cane with the other as your landlord friend Wojtek is standing there, probably waiting for all of you to get here. Oh, did you bring a new friend?
We did finally.
Yes, you are making friends. It's good. I believed and knew that you were, but it's so good. Hello. Who are you?
I'm Fantasia. I'm just leaning over to the guys.
Flop's just staring blankly back at you.
Well, I am. You can just call me Wojtek. I don't. It does don't need to be formal. I hope you came hungry. I've been cooking this all day.
Is this
He's
the
just bouncing.
McDonald's?
No, God, no. No.
No.
No.
Oh.
They wish.
Think of McDonald's here. This is McDonald's. This. And he like it makes no sense, but he like jumps to like get even higher. This is what we're gonna eat.
A tall McDonald's.
No, that's quality.
I like this one already. Well, get comfortable. Go ahead and take off your backpacks. Do you need like looks at Sam? Do you want some help with the off?
I think I'm fine.
Okay. Get yourselves comfortable. This will be ready soon. And I'm so happy to have you all here.
Sam kind of walks over to the small area that's the dining room. We all know how apartments are. They're terrible. They're terrible as I'm sitting in one. So I sit in the approximation of a dining room, and you see that his feet slide under the table, but like his knees touch the tabletop, and he's kind of sitting there with his little feet stuck out in front. But he seems to kind of be focused on moving his arm back and forth in this kind of weird mechanical way, and he eventually keeps stretching it and stretching it and stretching it, and then he gets those fingers under the edge of the strap for the backpack, and then just kind of wiggles his arm through it like his arm's made of fabric or something, and boop, pops it off onto one arm, slides it off. That was so much easier, he says.
Ethan's
You
just
hear-
staring, unblinking, just
You hear a small applause
It
from
was-
Wojtek,
We're just silent.
just watching the whole thing.
He loses all of his color and contrast and is just a flat outline of himself. I didn't think that you were all going to be watching me do that. That's kind of weird, but all
Well,
right.
that was very good. That went much better than this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened. Why didn't you tell me that?
I literally did.
About it.
You did?
I literally did. We were in the hallway. Gigaflop
It's been a long
tilts his,
day.
he tilts his head back and his eyes open real wide, and you just kind of hear the sound come out of him telling you, like an audio recording.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we do not have time for squabbling. It is time to wash hands and be ready to sit at the dinner table. So go on. You all know what you're supposed to do.
Fantasia, I will show you the restroom. Some people call it a bathroom.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Some people call it a wash closet.
I don't wash.
No, it's okay. You can pretend, I say as we go into the short little hallway. See, when you're pretending, you just I cut on the faucet, and you just let it run for a second, and then we're fine.
That sounds so much fun. Yeah, she'll go. She'll go and pretend.
Incredible. Okay. As you all return,
She doesn't even
Kinda.
have to wash her legs because they don't get dirty.
yeah.
It's in this quiet little weird moment where I have Fantasia alone, and I'm imagining Ethan's washing his hands in the sink in the kitchen kind of thing, so that we can all hurry the hell up and eat.
Yup.
Gigaflop will say, I know that this is a little strange. The whole human condition seems so complex sometimes, even to me, and I've been around it literally every day since my birth.
I like it.
But there are some things I hoped I could maybe warn you about. If you feel violently ill while eating dinner, you can say that. No one will be upset. If you do not like dinner, you cannot say that. People will be upset. You have to eat it anyway.
But why? Why?
I
would
do
you
not
want
know. It makes them very upset.
Okay. They have very weird customs here. I don't get it. Why do you shake hands? Why do you want to?
It is
That's
a
so
form of
intimate.
greeting to touch the most detestably gross part of the human body to another detestably gross part of the human body.
And why do they smell like milk?
Usually it's from dried milk.
Look at the.
Shifting scenes.
I don't know why that would just like.
Nose. A plus. As you are washing hands in the kitchen, Ethan, Patek will kind of come over. Hey, bud. You seem deer in headlights. You don't seem a little. Are
It-
you okay?
It's been a day.
Hmm.
It's oh, I went blind.
Oh,
I passed out.
kind of waves
I killed a
his
robot.
hands
I
in
can
front of
see
your face.
now.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I wouldn't be washing my hands. I don't know this place that well.
Yes. Well.
It's just a lot of things. I'm, I'm part of the team thing at school, and Fantasia's one of them. And like I don't know. I'm rethinking this whole thing because I don't even know if like I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I love hanging out with Sam, and I'm always there for him. But like if something goes down, I there's not much I can really do. I can shake some stuff, or almost break a building. That was all. But like that's it. Like you got people that can like super lift stuff and transform into carrots and teleport and run super fast and just all sorts of amazing things. And Sam is Sam, but now he's like Super Sam. Something happened to him, and now he's upgraded. So he's moved. I just feel like the distance between us is growing further and further and further in terms of like not friendship, but just like how we, our skill sets, power. I'm not. I don't want to be just the person that's the sidekick always being saved. And I feel like every apparent hour that goes by, it's getting further and further. It's getting to that point, and I don't know. It's just it's been a day. It's been a day.
Yes, that was very long answer.
Yeah, I'm
And
sorry.
we'll put like a really big, rough, calloused hand on your shoulder and kind of like give you a really firm grip. You know, it is very easy to say what you cannot do, what you do not feel capable of, and what you will mess up. It is what I think life is about, is learning how to do what you need to do with what you know how to do. I did not have a lot of prospects a little while ago. But I could fix things, and I knew how appliances worked, and so I worked, and I had help, and I was wrong. Now, today is not the day where we will decide if you are done with the team thing, I think. But I think if you need to feel less like you are the sidekick, then I think you should focus on learning what you can do. Because you said you can't do things to help, but you also then admitted to taking down a whole building. So those two statements do not work together. You're muted, Bees. Those two statements don't live together well.
I didn't take it down. No. I shook it accidentally.
Mhm.
Like I tried to just sense something and it went crazy and the building shook, but it didn't go down. It didn't go down though.
Okay.
So
I bet you could have if you really wanted.
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe I don't. Maybe it was just a poorly built building.
Maybe. But I think if this is what you want, you need to learn the skill. Yeah. Okay, now come have some good soup.
Okay.
As everyone kind of comes in. I guess here's the question: Can Fantasia eat stew, and does she?
You know what? I'm gonna say she can. She just grows herself a stomach, and she does. Yeah, food's great.
Amazing.
Is this an inconspicuous growing, or is she like, hold on, guys? All right, let's see.
I think probably like she pulses a little bit. It's almost like watching a baby poop. Like you know something's going on, but you're not sure. Like she just has like a little. I just killed Dare.
What an incredible!
You know, you just like look at her face and you're like, something's happening.
He's like, ooh, this is delicious. Hold on.
Are you okay?
I just had to.
Okay.
If you need to go to the restroom, that is okay.
No.
You can just go. This is.
No, I had to grow a stomach. I don't have a stomach. I have a mouth because I made one.
Oh, yes, okay. Part of the team thing, right? Yes, yeah. Okay. Tell me about yourself, Felicia. Other than the growing a stomach, what do you do?
Look, this is. I look over at not Bees. Oh my god, what's your character name? Ethan. Thank you. And Gig, and I'm just kind of like looking at them like, am I allowed to talk about this?
Oh yeah. No. He knows everything. He knows everything.
Okay. I've gotten in trouble. I am from another planet, and I can fly, and I have a car, and I can turn into things, and I like soup.
That, I find it very interesting that can fly and liking soup were given the same amount of importance in the list you gave. Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, this is very good soup, so.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it is, yeah.
Also, we had an adventure yesterday, and I was in a tube, and I escaped by exploding the tube, and everybody came, and they were like, "Oh, this guy's bad," and people died.
It was a kidnapping.
What?
You know, he
Yeah,
says that,
Fantasia
but
was-
I am not a kid, so I. Also, he was very nice.
Yeah, Fantasia was alien nap.
Abducted.
Yep. There you go. Abducted. He
Hmm,
wasn't nice. He was creepy and
He was
terrible.
very nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was more just wondering maybe if you had a club you liked. I didn't know if we were gonna get that
Oh,
into it over soup, but
no, I don't really go to school. I mean, I go
It's
to
the power
school,
of-
but I just pretend. And I might join the AV club.
okay. I'm curious. How long have you been here?
3 weeks.
That makes a sense. Have they talked to you about what people say and keep like to themselves and things like that?
I don't understand your question.
Ooh, well, there's this word, manners, and
Yes, shaking hands.
right, and
And I am not supposed to say if your food is nasty.
that's right. So there's, think of it as lots of shared rules that we don't talk about, but just kind of everyone knows. Some kind of. Do you have anything that you feel like is similar to that?
Everybody poops.
Sure. Uh, if that's what helps. So, you know, I'm gonna enjoy my soup, but I feel like we can have some very good conversations about, yeah, about that.
Okay.
And at the like, just like it's a mixture of disbelief and confusion and processing the fact that aliens are real. We're gonna cut over.
It's that scene at the end of the Marvel movie where they're just at the shawarma place, just eating very silently. Just
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
100%.
really need some time.
uncomfortably silent.
Everyone's needing time to process now. We're gonna cut over to an extremely elegant home, and the one person outside of it. Yeah. So at the end of last
Hi.
episode, you just threw on your more respectable clothes. You did see a decent number of cars in the driveway already. So
Yeah,
yes,
I'm ready. I'm ready. I just quietly open the door and maybe no one's there.
okay. You might be disappointed to know that everyone is there. instead. I imagine standing around the kitchen island, right past the entry room where also a lot of very nice shoes are arranged. You can see your parents. You see, so it doesn't look like the whole legacy is here, but it looks like most people who aren't active right now, who have retired or are too young, but you do see a couple folks who are active. You see your cousin LaShawn, and your uncle Leon, and your grandmother Lucille.
Mhm.
But they all. So you just walked into a room with enough like power unopposed to level the world to really, if they wanted to, unopposed. And yet all of them have a kind of deferential stance to your mother, who is looking at you, arms crossed, glancing down at her watch, just waiting.
Uh, uh, Hi, everyone. Hello, Mother. How are you doing today?
I'm so glad your super speed is back. Thank goodness. I know it's very useful to getting to school right as the bell rings. It just must have gone away when you got the text from me. I'm so glad you were able to get here.
You see, Mother, I'm terribly sorry about that, but I was trying to make sure my friends were all okay. We were in a bit of emotional sorts, and I wanted to, do my due diligence as a hero to make sure everyone was taken care of.
What a great way to put it. Your due diligence as a hero. Exactly. Because that's what we're here to talk about, right? So, speaking as a due diligent hero, what'd you find?
Yes. We went to the sanctuary. Thank you for finally, allowing me to have my friends there. By the way, I do appreciate it. Um, we were going down there, and we managed to find a small crawl space. That led to a spiral staircase and a collection of lights and a hand pad. And for some reason, mine didn't work, and I assume that's um part of the test or something.
So, uh, did all your friends see it? Are they okay? Did any of them? None of them tried to touch the door, right?
My friend Fantasia, um, her hands were able to uh cover it. And she's okay. She's thankfully incredibly strong. Um, but you could have told me that was maybe a thing that was down there.
So I am curious. When obviously was something we were waiting to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
When you found that, your first instinct was to share and mess with it.
With all due respect, Mother, mess with it implies that I was a child who wasn't aware of what I was doing. I was certain it was related to our family's legacy.
Keep going.
That is the end of
Please.
that sentence.
Oh no. Tell me what were you doing?
If there was a pathway of lights all leading up, it would make note, as I am the next member of the family, that if I were to put my hands on it, that maybe it would open, and thus, we could see more of maybe history of the legacy and see what was behind the large door.
And the very adult, not childlike logic of then having not a member of our legacy touch it. Walk me through
I
that.
tried first, to be fair, and the person who tried was a shapeshifter, so it stood to reason that maybe with a ample test of fungibility, maybe we could have gotten through.
So, you weren't messing with it. You were trying to cheat what you thought was a trial for our legacy.
It's not cheating.
Oh?
It was applying a skeleton key to a solution.
Ah. I see. With all due respect, Leah, you are a child. I understand that this time in your life is very difficult. We've all gone through it. And that space is important to you. It's important to have a place not under our roof. But the first day you had permission to bring friends, this happened.
If I had known it was there, maybe I could have told them not to worry about it. And curiosity wouldn't have gotten the better of, as you say, several children.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm prepared for just kind of like emotions a lot. I'm prepared for a bit of rebellion. It's part of having a team. And I understand that who we are is not always the easiest to be. But at the same time, do you understand why it's important? We've talked about responsibility and we've talked about what our family does, but has what we are and what we do you think fully sunk in?
Of course, Mother. I am sincerely sorry for not taking to the full weight of what you've been trying to instill in me.
Sanctum City is an anomaly. There are a lot of people out there, outside, some even inside this city, this island, that want nothing more to see this end, see this fail, this anomaly. There's also people here. The city is a wonderful place. It lets people be themselves, their true selves, explore avenues that the rest of the world would never think should be opened, and do so in a way that is safe. But there are lots of people who take freedom as a chance to do evil. So not only is it our job, not only do we help protect for when people overreach. One of the greatest powers we have been bestowed is that we are looked upon favorably. We are not just the family that jumps into action when things get bad. We're the family that when people in the rest of the world see news about Sanctum City, sees. They see us doing good. They see us doing well. They see a nice, presentable face. And that does more protecting than our shields can. Do you understand?
Mother, if I could ask a question, to sort of to your question.
Mhm.
Did you ever have a point in your life where you felt like maybe you needed to sort of explore and find what heroism meant to you, or anything like that?
I understand that you probably have a lot about yourself that you want to figure out. What heroism means? What we do is beyond heroism. We are a first line of defense. We are the levee near the river. We keep perceptions, seeing a bright smile. We keep those who would look for. You'll notice you'll notice that the news doesn't explain what we defeated in great depth. It doesn't talk about the individual who did this horrible thing. They talk about the people who stopped it.
Well, maybe
That's
if they talked about the people who did it and why they did it, we can understand maybe their side as well. There are two sides to every story. I'm not saying that they need to be expunged and completely, given everything they want, but understanding why there are problems maybe is another way of helping solve them instead of always having to react.
jaw set. I'm not going to argue with you about the kind of press villains and people with evil in their heart deserve, or what people deserve. If you aren't ready for this, if you're not ready to trust and know what's behind that door, that's okay. I want you to do what you feel is right. But if you're going to insist on endangering the legacy, our family, what we are, then I need to know. We are a team.
Mother, I have no intention of dishonoring the family name. I am Leo Lily Lilac of the family honor and the family crest. I am Legionnaire, and I will be the next hero who will take up your reins after you finally step down. And I will do so with great honor, as you have taught me and as your mother taught you.
It is a trial. Yeah. It's something that, as you grow into what you are, whatever that may be, will come to pass, and you will need to grapple with it. This is not an easy life. This is that decision. This is a choice to take on a burden, responsibility that is it is heavy. It is great. We are looked up to, but that does not mean our lives are perfect. And no one I glad you are okay.
Thank you. Did the entire family come simply for this, or was there something else that was needed? Or can I go back to my room and do homework?
The family is here because that what is beyond that door, the trial and what comes afterwards, is it's not a weakness, but it's a point where people who want to do us harm, if they knew everything about it, would certainly love to try and breach that door because they would know it would get to us. And so we have certain protections. So the family got we were notified that someone was messing with it, and I had to explain the situation. So, that space can continue to be yours, and I look forward to seeing more of what you grow into. But I want it to be an understanding that you are now responsible for that chamber's safety. Am I understood?
Yes, Mother. And I look to every member of the family and I give a half bow. I would like to apologize for my interruption of your assuredly busy schedules. And I can assure you, Mother, I will exceed every expectation you have of me.
Your uncle and honestly, it was real nice to get out of the house. Don't even worry about it. And just like the look he gets. Yes, we'll be having a nice, lovely family dinner if you would like. Since we're all here, but I'm sure you have things to do. You are still a student after all. So, please, come down when you're hungry and remember what we talked about, okay?
I couldn't forget it, Mother. Of course. I'll be back down in an hour.
Okay. As we follow you up, what's the scene as you like close the door? I'm imagining the like backing against the wall and like sliding down it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she just sits there for a second and like I think if this wasn't a thing that she probably had heard 500 times already, she would like be crying. But she's just angry. She's angry she's angry she wasn't fast enough that she had to deal with this conversation and get dressed down in front of the entire family. And I just for I think visuals, her room is pretty clean actually, despite all of her appearances. She's not allowed for it to get super messy. Her homework she's pretty much lying. She's gotten most of it already done. She gets it done while she's in school. It just buys her a little bit of time, so she probably just sits for a while and just collects herself. And she knows she can't like wear her cozy clothes to dinner, so she's just gonna go back down, let's say 30 minutes. So it seems she was just an extra studious student and heads back down.
As you open the door, you see your cousin LaShawn about to, if not, was like going to knock on your door. They are, hair not as kempt as could be, and they're wearing like a graphic tee that says like "Shush, nobody cares," and just kind of hanging right outside your door. Hey, how you? I don't see eyeliner running, so that's good.
You know us. I like motion for like, this is a house full of super hearing. I maybe have soundproofed this room a little bit.
Better hope so.
You know the best part about having my mom as the head of the family? I've had that conversation at least once a week for the last, I've been training since I was 9, so let's do some math there. 8
Ooh.
years. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm used to it. You look like one of Uncle Leon's kids. Comfortable?
Yeah, you know it. I'm just saying, if you lean into the fuck up thing, you can kind of wear whatever you want. I understand. Everyone's got their own path. I'm just like, when you're the family screw up, it just really gives you a lot of freedom.
I love that for you.
Me too. Kid.
Did you just come here to gloat or?
Well, that was the main goal. Yeah. I mean, I just gotta really hold it above your head. No, I just, obviously, I mean, you've got an old view about what being like us means, obviously. So, this what you said. What being a hero means to you. I was also curious as, what do you think it means for you right now?
I have a pretty good thing going. I have a bunch of, I mean, I want to say friends. I like them, but I'm not good at this. Our family doesn't really do team ups good unless we're the ones in charge, and it's hard to try not to take the reins just out of principle. So I'm trying to play the kind of slacker role, and it's hard. But I mean, I like being a hero on my own terms, and dodging cars and like stopping buildings from collapsing is a lot easier than having to deal with mom. Don't tell her I said that.
You kidding me? I don't want to die.
I mean, I gotta ask you, how's it like being the fail kid when your little sister's better than you? Because at least I'm the only child.
I mean, I've known that since like maybe she was like 4. So I've had a lot of time to kind of come to peace with it. And honestly, he's given me a lot of time to just kind of think about the same thing you were saying. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna be in the game, but when the whole family call goes out, I'm still gonna be expected and wanted to get out there. I've been thinking a lot, about what does it mean to be like us? What does that mean we gotta be and all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
I don't know. Also, the fact that you are trying to pretend to be a slacker, I can like hear your soul dying a little bit. Like I can hear it and feel it. Like just, I bet you every time you have to just like make a little mess, you're like, but that could be clean. I didn't have to. Am I wrong?
Look, it's just, in true slacker fashion, I leave the house at exactly 17 minutes every day, and that's not definitely because I'm good at slacking. I don't have it set to
Yeah.
the minute in the second.
Right. So obviously as a slacker you're late all the time and don't really care about being
I always
punctual,
get there
right?
right before the bell rings.
Okay. Oh, well then you kind of blow off homework to hang out or just do
It's
teenager
done
things.
before I get home.
Okay. Realize that's none of these things are. You're
Yeah,
not a
no, I
slacker.
know. Look, cuz
Yeah.
I mean, like Uncle Leon's so cool. I assume it's not hard to like just relax around him. Can you imagine bringing home an F to my mom?
Ooh. Hey, I don't need
Exactly.
more nightmares, okay? I don't need more.
Exactly.
Okay. Listen, this world's got a lot of opinions about what people gotta be and act like. And first of all, if you say, I don't know, I like them and I hang out with them, but I don't know if we're called friends, you're friends. You're just beating around the bush.
I don't
Just,
know if they like me.
well, have they stopped hanging out with you? Have they expressed any desire to?
No, but I'm the one with the like secret cave, so maybe they just like the cave. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. So like they hung out with you for the first time in the cave, like when you got together, it was like hinging on the cave, right?
Look, did you ever have the kid in your neighborhood who had the good video games? It's that thing. What if I'm that kid? I don't want to be that kid.
Have you met our family? We're the kids with the good video games.
Exactly why I'm afraid of being that kid still.
Listen, I don't know what to tell you there, I guess. I'm not, like you said, family's kind of bad at team ups. But if it feels even a little bit right to you, you gotta give it a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, again, the soul dying noise. It's piercing.
Don't push it.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give you too much more shit, so just if you need a place that she doesn't know about, I have an apartment now, so
I'll keep that in mind.
cool. We'll just have to make sure my roommates are around because they're fucking dicks, just awful people.
Am I not allowed to throw him through a wall?
See, like I'm cool with that from a retribution standpoint. That just means that like if there are levels to losing security deposit, it doesn't get much lower than that, right? Like I can kiss way more than the security deposit goodbye if
All right,
the
fine.
wall is broken.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
thank you.
So you hear one of my neighbors likes to play music really late in the night, right next to my thin bedroom wall. If you could throw him through their wall, just not mine.
Gotcha. You could also just do that, Slacker. All right, this has been lovely. Let's go back down to dinner.
Sounds good. And as those two head downstairs, we're gonna come back to Umbra. So you're in this kind of frozen moment, right? This one of many potentialities. Oh, what do you do?
It looks different than what happened in my timeline when it comes to Gigaflop. So I am I still in that moment? Is it something I can move through? Or
Yeah, it feels like everything is frozen but you.
okay, so I want to get a closer look at these silhouette figures, like these silhouette creatures, because if they're going towards Giga, like a lot of my memories have been super jumbled. I've been trying to figure out what the threat was that we were facing, like the big one, and I still haven't been able to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I think that's like first step. But all the while in the back of my head, I think, or actually not even the back of my head, I think out loud, Umbra just whispers when seeing the like armored but expressive eyes of Gigaflop, just goes, fuck yes, Sam. See, I knew you're gonna get there. All right, let's take a look. And starts walking through these things. So can I try and figure out anything about
So-
them specifically, or?
You're going to roll with your memories.
Oh,
So that score starts at a -1. But if you succeed, we might start to unravel some bits of the not the past, the future.
Well, hang on.
Mhm.
Your memories start as a -1. I've already gotten 2 though.
Oh, then for each name above. That's right. You're at a +1. That's right.
I'm at a +1 now. Yeah,
So
because
you're gonna
I
roll
have
+1.
learned more about the leader, and I have learned more about. I'm trying to remember if it was the.
Wasn't it the traitor or the
I think-
corruptor or something like that?
I think it's the traitor or corruptor. My notes. I'm still in the process
It's all
of
good.
transferring my notes from my old computer to my new one.
So just for now, roll and add 1.
Why would you say roll a nat 1?
Roll
Why
and
would you-
add 1.
Okay, so it sounded like nat 1, and I think you jinxed my
Listen.
roll. So I would like to. If everyone here is cool with it, I would like to petition to redo that roll since I was jinxed by the GM.
You weren't in the dice roller, so go ahead and hit the link for the dice
Ah.
roller.
It was
Yeah,
just
there
all
you go.
bad vibes. Just
Where-
bad vibes all the way down.
Can you
the
help
link
me
is
with?
the link is right here.
Ha 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 ha. Yes. Okay.
There
hang
we
on.
go.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, so I heard I got a redemption in
And you have
chat
a
from the
+1
wonderful,
forward.
great GM in the sky. Worse. That's worse than what I got on my roll.
Well, the
Wow.
petition went through. Take
Yep.
a potential.
Take a potential. All right. Cool. Cool.
So as you kind of walk through these shadowy figures, they just wisp away. They're irrelevant. They feel like this is as solid as this future has these figures.
So it's not that. This is me hypothesizing, but it's not necessarily that these are shadow creatures. It's just that like these are almost the NPCs of whatever this scene is.
You can take it, but like it. What I will say is it. What they are is not determined, not important, not relevant to what is happening here. That's all you really got.
Okay. And I want to take I want to walk around Sam, since out of the rest of the scene, they seem to be the one thing that's like filled in. Like the way that I'm picturing this in the comic book panel is everything else is just super fuzzy and super hazy, and this is one of the pages that is in color, but the only thing that's actually in color right now is Gigaflop.
Mhm.
So is there anything else distinguishable about this armor, just like the material it's made out of, or any like improvements that are different from the Gigaflop in the timeline I know now, and the things I had read previously?
Go ahead and roll to pierce the mask.
Absolutely.
Can be plus your mundane.
Wait, right. Roll dice with friends. Do
And
that.
if you have influence
Aha!
over
Okay.
Giga, you do get an additional +1.
I did get influence over Giga again because we grew closer last time, which was great. But I don't know if I'm actually gonna need it. You said this was plus what?
Mundane.
Oh no, yeah, then I'm okay. So I got a 9 minus 1, but I'm gonna keep that influence because it's not gonna do anything just adding the +1. So we're just gonna call that an 8.
Okay.
Okay.
If you are comfortable, JB, would you feel comfortable answering one question from Umbra as this Gigaflop?
Sure.
Go right ahead, Nursa.
As if I know what this Gigaflop's doing, but sure.
Yeah. Does it seem like this version of Giga has not just like strength, so that additional mutation that's been happening, but also has more of that human connection and agency? Or does this seem like this is just becoming more and more of a robot or construct?
In this eventuality, with
Yes.
the shift and the changes in Giga's body, it looks as though this is how Gigaflop grew into the powers as you know him, because you hadn't seen Giga with his new powers that he got while you've been away. This seems like Gigaflop just older. And I think that there is more humanity in the way that he moves and the way that they view the world. They've grabbed onto that little bit of humanity and have kind of just compartmentalized it inside their head. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that the way that the panel shows Umbra's face as they're looking up at this version of Gigaflop is almost like if you've ever had someone tell you a million stories about someone in their life. So, like, I had this best friend who saved me from a fire. I had this best friend who did the funniest thing at a concert one time. Just hearing story after story about this incredible person so much that they become an icon in your memory, and then you meet them and it's like, what do you even say to that person? That's the look that overcomes Jamie. And they just smile and go, like, under their breath say, I promise I will make sure we get here. I will do everything I can.
And with the like split panel of that promise, the kind of like sitting and living in that awkward moment at the apartment and sitting and eating beneath the watchful eyes of the family, we will take our break. So we will be off for just 10 or so minutes. Get up, stretch your legs, drink some water, and then we will be back for more wonderful, unremarkable. No, wait, the Unremarkables. It's remarkable.
Oh, we're
I'll be back for more fun. Take care. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to the UnRemarkables. We are so excited to have you here. We are back from our break. So we're going to, in superhero story fashion, do some hopping around the time. First off, we're going to see the nightlife, or maybe lack thereof, for everyone here today. So I think we'll start. We're gonna do it in intro order from how you introduce yourselves. So that means we're gonna start off. Fantasia, are we having a sleepover? What's
Oh
your
yeah. Oh,
night?
she's definitely staying over. She is probably gonna sneak out to the rooftop after a while. Like, okay, so perfect slumber party. Like, she stays up way past everyone's already fallen asleep during the movie, and it's like, oh, you guys, and then like plays on the Nintendo a little bit too loud, and then probably gets like grumbled at by somebody. So she's going up to the rooftop to hang out. She doesn't sleep. She recharges, but she does not sleep. So
Very nice. Yeah, definitely. Just like, you get the like annoyed snores of a person who can't be bothered to fully wake up but is being disturbed. But yeah, you are otherwise unaccosted. By you, Ethan. Got a little scene where you got tell us a little bit about when the day is done.
I think for the most part, Ethan would have been staying up pretty late playing video games as well, because he just can't, turn down, a new opponent in most games. So he would probably be playing video games and then starting to fall asleep, and then go into his room, and then pretty much just lie there for a while, just kind of. Well, actually, no, he wouldn't go to his room because he doesn't live there. He would probably go. Shit, how would we do that? Would we just stay in? I think for the most part, like, we would have dinner there and then go back to one of our apartments, either Sam's or my own.
No, I was imagining Wojtek has 2 rooms, and one is his, and the rest, the other one's for you two.
Okay. So then, yeah, he would just kind of lay there for a while, and then, so Sam and I are sharing a room then.
Now it's maybe a little more a little complicated.
Yeah, that's because what I imagine is,
but-
he owns the building, he
Mhm.
owns the entire
Yeah.
building, and he's given us like our own separate like apartments close to, like, on that same floor, like right next to his, so he can keep an eye,
We'll
kind of
make
thing.
we'll make that the canon.
Okay,
Great.
so then yeah, he'll go into like his
They're the
room,
really
and then,
dumpy apartments that are just a letter with no number at all.
Yeah,
just the ones on the
exactly.
very bottom. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So he'll just lay there for a while staring up, and like, you'll just see a roller coaster of emotions. Like, he lays back smiling and then closes his eyes, and then the smile starts to fade and his eyes open again, and he's just staring, and you see his eyes darting around but not looking at anything. He's just going over a bunch of things in his mind, and as it progresses, his expression just gets sadder and sadder, and after a while he just sits up on his bed and walks out and walks up the stairs, all of the stairs, all the way to the roof, and then he opens the door not thinking of anything, and then sees Fantasia, and starts closing the door and backing up.
you can stay.
Well,
I don't turn into like a monster or something at nighttime. Unless
wait, is that? Like, he stops. He's like, no, you don't. Right?
I think
No.
she's going to tease him a little bit, like she's gonna like look like she's shapeshifting, and her
Yeah.
face is gonna kind of like bubble in weird spots. Like she's gonna be like, ooh.
Okay,
No.
if she's doing woo, then she's be like, I don't like you. What are you doing up here?
Like the
Oh,
fresh
do you
air.
not sleep?
Nope.
Oh.
But
Cool.
I know all the stars' names.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that one?
Like 4. But
Oh, okay.
that's a lot. Still, I mean, look,
Well,
those lot of stars.
What 4 do you know?
She's gonna point out 4 random constellations. Adelaide actually knows a lot of constellations, but I'm not gonna nerd out right now. Secret talent. But she is going to kind of guide, if he lets her, Ethan's hand, kind of pointing at one that's like, and it's kind of dim. She's like, "That's my star."
Like where you're from?
Huh?
Wow. Holy crap.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's called, and then she like opens her mouth, and then just it's glossolalia. It's just like chimes and bells.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's beautiful, but a little terrifying at the same time.
Incredible. And what do we see? I know I said I really just realized I said we were gonna go in intro order and then immediately broke that. But we'll finish up on the fireman building. What do we see for Sam?
So Gigaflop leaves and splits off away from the landlord and everybody else. Like, haha, yeah, sure, good night, okay. Goes into his little apartment, and it's stark and pretty empty. Other than like a really, really nice router sitting on the countertop next to the little like 2-eye stove. Goes into the little bedroom, and he turns and he sits down on the edge of the bed. And just his shoulders kind of slump forward a little bit. And he looks down at the carpet, and he sits there until the alarm goes off to go to school. And he tries his best to not lose himself in the internet and just go down those rabbit holes deeper and deeper and deeper. So if he thinks he needs to remember something, he tries to remember it without using the internet, and then he'll find himself on it, looking up the definition. And he'll gently kind of shake his head and work his way backwards, away from it, like like he's a bug trying not to slip down a drain all night. And that's what Sam does.
As the very nice cars pull out of the very nice driveway, what do we see Leah doing once the parents have retired for the evening? All the dishes and such are done. Dishes very easy with a family that can all move at breakneck speeds. What do we see?
I feel like they honestly they probably have like big meals too. They're like
Yeah.
they have lots of Roman vibes. They have like feasts for no reason. So it still takes a little bit of time. But I think after everyone goes and lays down, I think she is absolutely the type of kid to stay up till like 2 a.m. because it means no one can bother her. And you just see her sort of sitting against her wall, just like playing a couple of playlists. Currently just bouncing forth between like a few songs. Like I can tell that we're gonna be friends from like just went blank on it. Wow. I just went blank on the song. Who made the song? Oh no. The White Stripes. Yeah, White
Absolutely.
Stripes. I can tell that we are going to be friends. And then like I'm just your problem from like Adventure Time. And she just quietly sings to herself, and she's not even in a bad mood. This is just like part of her nightly ritual. It's just she likes music a lot, so she likes to sing, and like it helps calm her down after a stressful day.
Yeah, and we just see like jamming out, singing along, and then just kind of zoom out and like you said, the room's soundproofed, so we just get kind of a muffled silence with the view of the big grand mansion. And then, last but not least, thankfully, at some point out of the grody ass bathroom, what do we see for our time shifting friend?
So, by the way, I did double check the list of part-time jobs that I sent you, and I said something incorrect earlier because I was going between a few initially. So her jobs are at Music Haven, Home Depot, and a like sandwich / open mic night kind of place called Bella Cafe.
Yes.
So those are the three. So I wanted to make sure I got that right, and it's on the record for future episodes. So I think the way that she functions around the store, she does a lot of work with the stringed instruments, so like the guitars, violins, ukuleles, cellos, things like that. So a lot of her shift is like doing stuff in the computer, helping restring. She hasn't started teaching lessons yet, but she does sometimes like fiddle with a guitar while she's like hanging out at the desk. And then as soon as her shift finishes, she's one of the two people who's like closing up the shop. There has to be someone who is, older than her there, who is a full manager since she's just working desk and, general like maintenance of instruments around the store. And then as soon as they lock up, she says, all right, have a great rest of the night. And they have like a sign out sheet for if you want to use one of the instruments as an employee, you can take it home just for the night. So she checks out the guitar and she starts walking the mall. Like employees can walk around just a little bit longer than everyone else. And as soon as it seems like most people have cleared, she fades and hangs out. And she knows the exact amount of time to wait. She knows the names of the security guards in the mall. And she chills. As soon as the mall is officially locked up for the night and the security have gone home, she teleports into the mattress store. And she takes her backpack, goes like to the back corner because there's one particular corner of the mattress store that she's figured out has a perfect blind spot with one of the mattresses so she can like sleep without anyone seeing her. And she comes back out and looks down and is like, okay, and immediately pulls out like a different change of clothes because they have now switched to full-on mask. So like much broader shoulders, like super short buzz hair, everything else. And usually this bed is like the perfect size, but because now he's gotten so much taller, his feet like hang off just the end of the bed. And mind you, this is one of the ones that like by day is open and by night they like cover it up again with plastic. So like they're laying on a plastic bed and take one of the pillows that's in a wrapper and play guitar for a bit, just like practicing some stuff before they finally go to sleep. So.
All right.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we're gonna, we get the classic, like a few weeks later. It's been the opening to school, I feel as though this group takes some time, unless y'all wanna, if y'all have a like scene that you imagine where we have the desire and time, but after everything that's happened, it takes a little bit to finally get into the groove and such, the feeling like things are okay. And now, the third week of school, clubs start up, after school activities. Most of the big ones already have like auditions and tryouts and stuff, but this is when the school has the official like activity fair and where signups happen, and then like the official school sponsored meetings are allowed to start. So I would love to cut to a a gym jam-packed with poster board and hormones and people trying to find new friends, or the like fourth person they need to have a real chess team, or whatever they are here plugging. And I'd love to see as you five, following, of course, the your ever amazing teacher, with the rest of your classmates. What do you all want to do? You're at a yeah.
And you said these mandatory?
Yeah, it's but like don't think about it as you're forced to be here. This is an opportunity. Like these activities, they can help. Like they can be a great help and a great time. I mean, this is a chance to explore. You're young, you get to explore what you like and what you do. It's so exciting. So go for it.
I'm going to say at this point, Fantasia comes around the corner and her arms are loaded up with every pamphlet in this room.
They've got the right idea. Exactly. Explore.
Here, Fantasia, let me help you with that. And like goes to help with the piles and goes, do you mind if I sort these? I can help you try and figure out which ones you can narrow it down to.
Oh, I'm going to sign up for all of them.
Well, I don't think that's
Sweetie, will you have
possible.
time for that?
But I love the gusto.
Next question.
Okay. So how about this? You can sign up for what? A max of how many clubs maximum can we go here?
Well, each club has a different time requirement, but generally we recommend not going more than like 5 clubs because it can be yeah.
See, Fantasia, that's a huge selection. We got you.
Do sports count as a club or no? Or is that legally different, teacher?
By how the school classifies it, it counts as being in a club to a degree.
Oh, I have some of those. There's volleyball, foosball,
Oh, I'm thinking wrestling.
baseball. I don't.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did giant beautiful woman Legionnaire just say that she was interested in wrestling?
Beat me up, please.
He's training Greco-Roman. This is an easy class.
This is one of those moments of, for a split second, Jamie has just a little bit of a like gay panic moment because like she's surrounded by beautiful Fantasia and then Legionnaire who just said, yeah, I'm gonna throw some people on mats, and is like, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah, I just figured I was gonna sign up for the gun club,
Yeah, this is like there was a comic panel in this moment of just like holding the pamphlets and being right in between the two of them, like Leah's striking poses and everything else, and Fantasia's just like, I'm gonna do all the clubs, and looking at both of them.
The sweat.
Amy's just like,
You see the sweat
GF
come
and
down.
Goth GF.
sweat. Yeah, full 404 error moment.
Amazing. So good. Yeah.
I think I have one other class that I'm curious if there is a class for.
Yeah.
Astrology club.
So you look. So are you just gonna look, or are you gonna ask anybody, teacher or student, for
She's
that?
gonna ask and look around. This is mostly for girls. She is incredibly sapphic. This she knows. This is bad intentions.
So you are.
I'm not muted again. Fuck. Sorry.
Woo! So there is not a school-sponsored astrology club, but you walk up and you see. So Virginia, the individual who sits next to Giga and Ethan in your class, is standing, wearing like paint spatter overalls and like standing on like it's basically like the after school arts programs, right? And oh, did you say astrology? Are you looking to?
Yeah,
what are
that
you-
or tarot.
Totally.
I've been super looking to like I guess get a deeper understanding of myself.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. I do that kind of stuff all the time, and I actually write it down. Sorry. As they are like fiddling with a notebook, they're fully like there is a notebook behind her that's clearly hers on the table. There's one in the hand. You can see like a small one sticking out of like the overall pocket on the front, and it's like but uh, yeah. If I know that sometimes, because when we're doing art after school and stuff, sometimes when someone's like lacking inspiration or wants to do a more introspective piece, sometimes we kind of do some tarot, and kind of looks like just the most extremely bashful, and pulls out from a like back pocket a like another small notebook. It's like I'm kind of starting to draw some tarot. I think it'd be cool to
Um,
make it deck.
Fair warning, I am a Leo. I tend to lead with that.
Okay,
But
uh,
yeah, I'd love to. I don't know.
that's
Be
okay.
cool.
Yeah. And if you want to make stuff, or do some, you know, it's whatever. It's
No, I'm a musician legally. I
Oh,
play bass. I play a little bass, but it's not a.
that's so cool.
Yeah. Is it just? Are there other people too, or is it just me and you?
Yeah, no, we have, yeah, people, yeah. There's other people. They just didn't want to do the table thing.
Oh no, I get it. I get it. It's a lot of commitment. I mean, thank you. Do you
Yeah.
have like a card or number? I mean, like,
Oh.
just so I know when to like meet.
Looks around. Clearly didn't think of that. Opens the notebook and just like writes down like art
Oh,
room like
Leah's got
205.
something. She just
Okay.
like shows her forearm. Like this is cool. I'll remember it.
And just like gold Sharpie, like art room 205, like one 15 minutes after last bell.
Thank you. And she just like zooms back to Jamie and Fantasia.
You like walk away from Virginia, who's clearly like tired from that conversation, like physically drained, talking to someone that long. Great.
When you get back, you see that out of the pamphlets, like Jamie is helping Fantasia with like narrowing it down with basic like yes or no questions, and then has like 4 or 5 pamphlets to the side for himself. And today is wearing like full on almost Letterman jacket looking thing with a Henley, jeans,
That's hot.
some Converse.
That's hot.
Good fit. That's a
like,
solid fit.
That's
We love
definitely the outfit.
Emily, okay?
But then on is also wearing like earrings, just like smaller dangles, with a little bit of eyeliner. Like Jamie is super secure in who they are. Don't give a shit. And at this point, y'all, it's like 6'2", I want to say. So that's what Jamie is rocking today. But has like 4 or 5 pamphlets set to the side in a pile, and it seems like probably hasn't decided. Oh hey, what'd you find?
So I think wrestling, but that's just because it'll be an easy club. And then tarot. Yeah, that I'm prom or homecoming's a thing to worry about, and that'll help with that. Yeah,
Wrestling. That seems
yeah.
fantastic. That seems baller. You'll have a great time.
I I think I got it. I mean, to be fair, it's gonna be easy. Like, I didn't expect anyone to actually be like hard to fight. It's mostly just because like it's not a lot of work. But the tarot one seems promising. It it might help me. I guess do some introspective work, but also cute girls. So
Well, I guess with the wrestling thing too, that leads to a ton of scholarships, and you've got that in the bag.
I
So,
don't need.
but I
I
gotta
don't want to
say,
think about
I'm
college.
not gonna be joining you there because I know you would just kick my ass to the ground.
I mean, yes, but I'm the strongest of us.
Or,
She's
No.
competitive. She couldn't help herself.
Fantasia, do we have any winners in here?
There's the tap dancing club. There's the finger wrestling club. Cheerleading. Oh, the AV club. That kid was pretty nice. And the
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you wanted to try a bunch of different things, kind of all in one bag, rather than just going tap dancing club, I think that the theater club is doing Singing in the Rain later this year, and that has a bunch of tap dancing in it. So that would kind of be two birds with one stone. You get to wear a bunch of costumes.
you get to
learn
dance
about
in the
life.
rain.
Exactly. So if you want to just focus on tap dancing, go that. But if you want to try something else that'll give you more of like a flavor for the school and just what it means here in general, then you should definitely try theater.
Okay, that sounds fine. I can do that. I can act.
Hey, also a good place to do research, right?
Yeah. This girl. Yeah. Yeah. I think I mean I could pretend to be human. I already am an actor.
Hey, if you need any pointers, just let me know. I did this stuff all the time when I was in middle school. So I haven't done it in years though, but
I don't understand what the concept of a middle school is, but I will take your word for it.
just going to school, but you're younger. That's
Okay.
that's really all it is.
That
but,
sounds
yeah.
that sounds reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. So she's just gonna rummage all of these pamphlets up and I don't know, wander off in the direction of fly fishing. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, my camera's off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Great. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks.
So you're just straight up just wherever the wind takes you.
Oh yeah, she's fascinated. You never even knew Earth could have so many fun things.
Amazing. Yeah. I'm gonna say honestly, you are just looking at all the sights and the sounds. You hear someone like, "Hey!" Like right near you, standing at one of the tables.
I'm gonna take a wild guess, and it's probably AV Club guy. Is it AV Club guy?
It is not. You turn around expecting to see good old Devin, not Dustin.
Dustin.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You turn around and you see the cheerleading station. So you see most people it's just like the poster board. You see they have like a TV with a slideshow, a like sign up sheet with an iPad, and then you can see 3 individuals standing out in like the full getup. But at the head of them, just standing there, they have their hair super short, but has very femme makeup, but a mask like haircut, and is just like one of those people, just like magnetic presence. You probably like have made at least know it's a little bit in school. You know this is Sky Velour, the head of the cheerleading squad, who kind of like comes up like, "Hey, are you looking around for clubs?" Or
I mean, so we have sports on my planet, and I was what you would call, I guess, the mascot for some of them, but it gets a little sweaty. and a little sparkly, and I just don't want to go sparkly. So, I figured, I can put my legs behind my head.
Well, you're perfect. Yeah, honestly, if you can do that, you'll fit in great here. Here, and we'll just hand you a pre-ready little piece of paper. Honestly, this has the audition information on. Just come right at the end. Don't worry about that. And we'll get you in.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. We're gonna listen. We're gunning for some real big awards. We're gonna make waves. We're gonna make waves.
Okay, like the ocean. Okay. I don't really do water that much, but that sounds great. I'll think about it.
Not. We're gonna win a lot of competitions.
Oh, okay. I love winning.
Great, me too. It's kind of what I'm best at.
Okay. Wow. Never met someone so impressive.
Wow, I
Okay.
get that a lot.
Yeah. She's just getting like a little sweaty, like kind of nervous, I guess. Like just like for some reason she doesn't even know why. Yeah, she'll quickly like add her name to the list and yeah, so okay, well I'm Fantasia. I guess I'll see you later for the
Awesome.
auditions.
Sounds great. And just kind of like gives you a quick wave and immediately just like
She's too cool.
turns around and
I feel
starts
intimidated because
talking to
I
someone
was not
else.
the popular girl. Well,
Also, they she interchangeably if you didn't know as first guy, 100%. Great. Is anybody else looking for a particular club?
So the ones that I think Jamie has the pamphlets out for, it's between the orchestra, because they do play viola. Let's see. I think that one of them is probably a more sports-oriented one. My guess would probably be lacrosse. Then the other ones, if there's any kind of like video gaming or tabletop club,
Mhm.
that would be so high up on the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the final one would be a chess club. And they're just sitting there staring at all the options with no idea. Oh, and then one of them is theater. But just staring at all of them with no idea which one to pick. And I actually think we'll go up to the guys, so like find Ethan and Sam and just say, hey, so I'm a little stuck here. Can I get some advice? Like if any of y'all are doing these, then like that might help sway me, just because I don't want to. I only have time for one club. I have a bunch of jobs that I have to do after school, but I figured that I have to pick at least one. So what do you think? And holds up the pamphlets for the 5 clubs that they're considering. And he's just like looking down confused.
Orchestra.
Orchestra sounds nice. It's a talent that can extend to many other areas of your life.
Think?
I will be focusing most of my attention on AV Club to prevent whoever tried to destroy the school from destroying the school.
Yep.
Honestly, that tracks. Y'all are way better with computers than I, so.
Also,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anyone else heard this.
What?
There is, I heard, a Super Smash Club.
Yeah, no. We can't do this. The worst kids are at the Smash Club. We already have it at the base. No.
Wait, I'm sorry. I missed seeing the base. Oh, God Fucking damn it. Okay, you've got to show me around next time.
Oh, of course. No, I mean,
Well,
Wait,
what's
I
left
got
of
time
it?
today. I got time
mean,
today.
Wait,
Well-
what consoles you got? And suddenly it becomes a huge
Mhm.
discussion of what consoles do you have? What exact games and all the different versions of Super Smash Brothers?
2
Mario
hours
Party,
later.
And
yeah.
I-
2
I got
hours
time.
later.
A couple hours later, like the 5 flyers are just kind of tossed to the side, and we're just talking about we're in some long discussion about like strats and characters and all
Just
sorts
talking
of
about
stuff.
frame data for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Straight up, if y'all get into a discussion about speedrunning, Jamie is not a speedrunner, but like is one of those people who avidly follows them and can talk to you about like all the different inputs on like the fact that the Super Mario Brothers has now reached as close to TAS as possible, like the closest to a computer that anyone has gotten. Anyway, so basically like all of this shit is stuff that Jamie like delves way too into. But yes. So 2 hours later.
yeah.
So we're playing Smash later, right?
Yeah. But orchestra, just because like I play an instrument, it'd be cool that like we could jam together.
Oh shit! What do you play?
Bass. It's I have it at the base. Yeah.
You have your bass at the base. Was that an intentional pun?
No, it's just I can play there as loud as I want.
That sounds nice. Wait, like your family doesn't use it?
I don't. It was a gift from my uncle. I don't. They don't need to know I have it.
Fair. Nope. Lips are sealed. Dope. Yeah. So I don't have my own, but like I can rent them or I can check them out from the store. I play viola, guitar, ukulele. I've been learning a bit of mandolin. Once you know one stringed instrument, the really nice thing is a lot of those skills transfer. So yeah, I've been playing for years.
Cool. Yeah, you have to teach me. A banjo is the one I'd like to learn, actually.
Shut up, same. Wait, hang on. No, actually, I'm not. So bluegrass isn't super my thing, but I think the banjo has such an interesting quality to it.
I
that
think
you can
it's
just
like
add
super
just
culturally just underappreciated.
Yeah, a million percent same. Okay, yes, absolutely. Okay, we'll have to jam at some point, but first things first, we gotta have that Smash tournament in the Sanctum. Deal. Giga, can you turn down to like, I would say probably 3 or 4% seems fair for that?
Sure.
Sweet. And then moves on.
Sounds great.
Yeah, and in that case, Jamie will go up to the table to try and sign up for orchestra.
Yeah. It's 100%, you can see the like little basically little like orchestra clique friends, but unlike certain experiences that I'm sure plenty of people have, someone notices you and breaks off to actually welcome you. She just like things in a hair in a full ponytail, wearing pretty just like athletic gear, not really like get up, no makeup. Hey, how's it going?
Good. My sister and I were both looking at joining orchestra. I'm Jameson. She's Jamie, but she's out sick today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know how it is. Our
Don't I?
parents love the like twin name thing. You know how sometimes people name their. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but yeah. So we were both looking at joining. So
For sure.
Yeah. Are there seats left?
Of course. I'm Rachel, by the way.
Oh, Jameson. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I kind of gathered, but yeah, no. Yeah,
Right.
of course.
Sorry, I trip over my own words sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, so what do you know? Do you know how to play stuff right now, or?
Yeah, so I've really wanted to learn to play the cello and violin, but the first one I got started with was the viola. So yeah, mainly the strings is my thing. I've never really had a chance to work with like percussion or the other, so probably like marching band and stuff isn't quite my bag, but I'd love to learn some of the other stringed instruments. Although I know if I were to say anything in particular, like I would love to dibs cello, and then probably Jamie's gonna be way more interested in violin. So like do with
Okay.
that information what you will.
Yeah, here we'll get you signed down. We'll have kind of a initial meeting later this week. So yeah, we'd love to have you both if hopefully feeling better. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and uh, I started with viola too. Haven't actually strayed away. I'm still viola all the way through, but you're speaking my language for sure.
It's a great instrument, and trust me, I'm not planning on straying, simply adding to the repertoire. But one
Understood.
thing that's great, we've been playing together for years, so even if there's a day where for some reason one of us can't make it, we're really good at exchanging notes. So just like as long as
That's pretty cool.
we can get the copy of the sheet music and just bring it home. It's fine.
Totally. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I'm kind of also like, I'm kind of repping two places at once here. So I'm with the volunteering. We're honestly still trying to think of a better name because when it was first made, it was just the volunteering club. Basically, we're doing a lot of public work stuff out and about.
Oh, so like a Leo club.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I guess. Yeah.
So, have you ever heard of Lions Club? They basically do a lot of volunteer and charity work. The Leo Club is usually like what's based in high schools, but as like a smaller version of that. So maybe you want to reach out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Totally. Well, just if you were ever interested, we are always looking for more helpful hands and sharp minds.
Follow-up question on that. So to be entirely honest with you, Rachel, that 100% sounds like my bag, but I have to work a ton after school, just single parent house, so gotta kind of help with that. Is there any way, is it one of those like you have to be there every time, or can we just kind of drop in for events as we are able to? Because I'd love to drop in when I can, but I
well,
a regular commitment.
Totally. Well, to be honest, our in-school meetings are just planning and fundraising plans and all of that. If you want, I can just text you about the actual volunteering opportunities that we are doing, and you can just show up to any of those you can make.
Yeah, let me get your number. I'll add it.
Great.
Okay.
Exchange numbers
Cool.
real quick, and also. I understand the whole single parent thing. It's it's a lot sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot, but
you just do what you can, right?
Yeah. My dad's a really cool dude, so we get by.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it's what you do for family.
For sure. Well, amazing meeting you, Rachel. Best of luck with the rest of recruitment, and I'll see you later.
Sounds great. I'm looking forward to seeing you around.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
And turns around and heads back to the rest of the group. And by the way, Narissa was getting vibes that either she was being very friendly or there was flirtation going on there. Jamie, no clue.
Great.
No clue. I just need to make that clear. Jamie is utter queer panic all the time, always, if ever having feelings, has never been in a relationship, has never, a lot of these things is still brand new to it because they kind of got swept up in superhero life way before they could explore these things. So yeah, if the others in the group noticed that there was potential flirtation there, Jamie asked for the number as a way of, hey, if you text me, I can get you the info, and that was just the best way to do it, and has no fucking clue.
Would anyone here know what flirting looks like? Let's be honest.
Wow. Okay, I was not ready
No,
for
you
you
know
to
what?
read
I
the
think
group
that's
like
the
that.
one thing that Fantasia has picked up on now. Like, she's like, you're really sweaty. Like,
Incredible.
I think like so I'm not gonna give this away to the audience yet because there is a thing in the backstory, but there is one person who my character had a very big crush on, but it was one that could not be pursued. So like all they knew was gay panic. Like all he knew was gay panic.
Incredible.
Yes. So when was he ever supposed to explore that? Well, I'll find out on a later episode of The UnRemarkables.
Amazing. So I can only guess that we have a trip to the AV Club stand coming in our near future, unless I'm sorely mistaken.
As they're leaving, he stops by another booth, grabs a flyer, and just kind of like doesn't even say anything. Just grabs the flyer, looks at the person, and then just walks off. And it's for one of those martial art clubs.
Mhm.
And he just shoves it in his back pocket.
Great. Yeah. So you all begin to go back for classes and all of that. Yeah, Jamie, you get like a text from Rachel like, "Hey, it's Rachel. Super cool meeting you. Hope you have a good day."
Thanks. Great meeting you too. Send me details about the first meeting whenever you have them.
Totally. Yeah, that's all you get for now.
Cool.
Yeah. Amazing.
And
So-
did
Yeah.
did she say Jamie or Jameson?
Oh, sorry. Like I said, Jamie. For a second, Jameson.
You're all good. The
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
I was asking is I know there's a stipulation in this school specifically about like if we headhunt the supers. So I just wanted to see if that was a GM thing or if that was
Yeah, it was just a GM saying the name
Great.
that I remembered first.
Yeah.
Fully on me.
You're all good.
Great. As you all are leaving, as well, Ethan, you see like someone approaching. You see Vincent Valtuccio, kind of like striding on over to your space. Hey, you just been kind of avoiding me, or?
No, it's. I've had a really rough week. Just a lot of stuff at home. Yeah, I don't want to get into it, but no, I've been thinking about it, and you know what, I wouldn't mind giving it a try. Sure,
Okay,
I'd try out.
you missed the like, you know,
Oh, I did.
returning. Well, no, well, we have to do the tryouts after the club for the school, but like we have the, you know, returning people and the people in the know, like the
Oh.
serious people, you know, try out, you know, sooner, but you can come to the, you know, other
Yeah, I'm
tryout.
really sorry. It just things went to hell real quick, and I
it's
could
the
definitely use the distraction.
Bro, it's not even been a month of school. Okay, okay. Listen, whatever. We'll cut over for just a sec as well as yeah. I'm curious as the day kind of comes to a close. Fantasia, how many clubs are you going to try to go to? Where are you going to go after school? Because they pretty much all have meetings after school.
you know, it's a very good question. Why is my camera off again? What is happening?
No, you're on.
Am I? Okay. That's weird. It doesn't show up for me. That's fine. We'll figure it out later. I think you know she only talked to the one person, so I think she's gonna go. We're gonna go to cheerleading. We're gonna go to cheerleading tryouts. Why not?
Great. So you show up and there is, you know, sitting imperiously with a couple other seniors and juniors. You see Sky just kind of like sitting there, and just a bunch of people. You would say maybe like 40 people also
Oh,
here to
people.
try out. Yeah.
Okay.
And Sky kind of like gives you a small wave as you walk in. So my question is, so you are walked through a routine for the auditions, right? To
Mhm.
perform and go through. What does Fantasia do though?
So
what?
she's seen a lot of movies in 3 weeks. A lot of movies.
Yeah.
And Bring It On is definitely one of her like top 5 right now. Like she watched it, like she knows it by memory. So she's familiar with the concept of like the cheerleading routine. She'll do it. But mostly I think she'd probably also be aware of like maybe like I'm sure there's like other weird looking kids here. Obviously, Gigapop is here. I'm here. There's more weird looking kids in the school, but we're probably a minority.
Mm-hmm.
So she is going to be using her telepathy to just kind of like gauge the room, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll to unleash your powers?
Sure.
This is not difficult, but this to judge how well you can listen to people's thoughts and do a cheerleading routine.
Sure. That is going to be a 7.
A 7. Okay. So with a 7, you can't really focus enough to get anyone more than anyone's like surface thoughts, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of judgment, not just on you, on everyone, like everyone at everyone, but like you're not getting a lot of positivity and anything like that. The last thing I will say is that you like as you sweep over everyone, you get nothing from Sky, like you don't hear any surface thoughts as like you sweep through.
Weird. Okay. Yeah, she'll just kind of like she'll just try and be doing her little best. She's very flexible and she can like do the tumbling and all that kind of thing, but she just really does not have much rhythm.
But you also
just
are
doing her
like
best.
strong enough for any of the base rolls as well.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So, amazing. So yeah, as the auditions kind of come to a close, this guy kind of walked up like, "Hey everyone, that was amazing. Thank you all so much for your hard work. I know this can be a whole lot, like you're learning a whole routine and working with people you've never worked with. So, you should all feel really great about the fact that you did the whole thing. So we have a lot of hard decisions to make, obviously, and if you don't get picked for the team and the squad, there is always, of course, the B squad that does some more. They end up going to a lot more games than we do because we just are out doing tournaments. So like you will totally still be able to do that.
I hate her so much. Okay.
Don't worry. So I think also, wonderful friends of the internet, we're going to take a quick break, I think, Voice in the Sky, just because there's a lot of tech things going on. Okay. Do you need like 5? Can we like...
Oh?
Oh,
Is Bees back?
Maybe.
Bees? Bees? Maybe?
You may not be able to hear us.
Discord went and chose violence.
Oh, we see you now. Can you hear us?
Oh, never mind.
Hang on.
Oh, you're muted.
Not just Discord. My
Okay.
headphones first. My headphones did the war cry. And
no.
the Discord just followed suit. So
No.
sorry. So I heard like 2 words of what Vincent's reply was, and then it
You're
all went to shit.
You're good. So yeah, and then we'll also kind of like give you a quick look and like Miles like stay here afterwards to you.
Okay. Adelaide's very suspicious, but Fantasia's fine. She's fine. So yeah, we'll stay fine.
Yeah, and so this guy will kind of like, hey, you are more flexible than you even said. You kind of buried the lead. Like, wow.
Yeah, I do a lot of yoga.
Oh, can't tell you. Great stuff. I mean, not for me personally, but honestly, if it gets you there, maybe it should be. So between you and me, you obviously already made it. A lot of this is a formality. So like I was
No, I'm not doing that in character. Sorry.
I know.
Sorry,
I know.
we've been doing it off camera to influence the scene. Just Envy and I have been both
No,
just
I
doing,
know. I'm living for it. Don't please. Yeah.
But I'm a cheerleader.
So I was wondering. So I saw super flexible. Also, I noticed during the base parts that you were doing did not seem to be struggling. So, obviously we have a lot of work as a team to do. I'm gonna just go out there and say you've probably never like done cheerleading before, right? Like how we just
No.
did it. Yeah, no, and that's okay. I mean, most people haven't. So, if I was gonna say, if you want to like have some lessons, right? Like learn the ropes before we get into like practice and all of that. I think you could be really great.
Yeah, I can do that. I have to check with my friends, but yeah, I can do that, I think.
Okay. I mean, you're your own person.
Well,
But
yeah, but I
sure.
they would just want to know,
Okay. Well, you know where I am, and it will kind of like pull out, a little like schedule. We practice. We start practice here in the gymnasium to do stretches and get the rundown, and then we're typically out on the field the rest of the time. So we're starting up, really getting into it next week. So if you want to, be more prepared, we've got a week. So
yeah. Okay.
good,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that sounds great. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Great.
New friends.
Exactly. Look, honestly, listen, I know there's a lot, like people talk.
Cheerleading buddies. Cheerleading buddies.
I love it. Cheer. Love that. Listen, honestly.
I hate her so much. Oh my god, I hate her so much. Okay, carry on.
Listen, I understand. Honestly, this is also like, this is a sisterhood, right? We're here to build each other up. So also, if I can do anything for you, let me know. Because when we succeed, one person succeeds, we all succeed,
Oh my god, this sounds like the sororities at my old college. Okay.
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 Well, bye.
Bye. Yeah, she's thrilled. She looks really thrilled. Yeah, just cannot stop smiling. I'm wildly uncomfortable. Oh lord. Oh god. I've met a lot of tri-delts going to Ole Miss, so it's
Woo!
mm.
Incredible. And we'll cut from there back to the wonderful Vincent Valtuccio Or you just like say, "I spend like a tough week." I mean, we're not even done with the first month of school, but all right, kind of get yourself together. It's okay. Just go to the like normie tryouts, I guess. You are muted.
Thanks. I really
Okay.
I really appreciate it. I just
Yeah.
like I said, it's been hell. Uh, uh, I don't even want to get into it because it's so
Yeah,
much. But
I don't want to hear it.
yeah,
That
no,
seems like
thanks.
not something
Yeah,
cool. Uh,
yep.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, just I will be there.
Dope. All right. Just kind of like uh pauses and like just kind of like pats your shoulder twice, like, and then just like pulls his hand away, like he knows that was wrong, and like see you at tryouts,
Yeah.
and just
Okay.
walks away.
Yeah, he just walks the other way. He
Yeah.
doesn't even know exactly where he's going. He just knows it's the opposite way of Vincent, so that's where he's going.
Incredible. So JB, am I to understand that Giga interact like involved themselves in 0% of any of the activity fair?
I think that the first person to reach out said to join AV Club, and they specifically bumped into AV Club as being some kind of odd weakness for the school. So I'm imagining that Gigaflop will more than likely just focus on that, like the single task, single-minded kind of nature.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
I will join your AV Club. Takes one of the little pamphlets, even though he doesn't really need it.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Devin is so fucking pumped. Incredible. So let's go now to it's the end of school day. Obviously, we just had cheerleading tryouts, so obviously you have a lot of different club information as well. But where do you want to go after school?
So I heard something about a round of Smash.
Exactly. I was gonna see if we've all gotten club stuff we can all head back as a group and go play some video games.
Yeah, I want to say this fucking Inner Sanctum, and Jamie gives like a playful little punch to Leah's shoulder and then starts walking.
Here, let's I'll set the scene real quick. We're grouped up after classes. Fantasia's is trying out and knows where you all are to meet back up. But you four are standing around as students do once school is over.
We're basically waiting for her to meet us so we can all head over there. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So and
to do whatever.
Yep. So I'll do that and then say, oh, by the way, hey Sam. Did
Yes?
Did you have a chance to look at my phone problem?
Oh, real quick, actually, JB, can you describe for the changes, the physical changes that have happened as well, as a reminder for both the audience?
Oh yes, do it for the audience, but I listened to the episode earlier.
Yeah, I
so
know.
I was gonna say, there wouldn't be any.
Oh, that's right.
Right? Unless he was actively using it, he would look about the same.
That's right. You're good. So yeah, sorry. Continue.
I can guarantee throughout the day that Jameson would probably see Gigaflop touch stuff, and the tip of his finger would change into that material, and he'd look at it. Tick, tick, stone, locker.
I guarantee you at some point during the day, Jameson would just go, hey, try it with that, and just point to something random to see how it works.
Glass.
Yeah.
It didn't turn into a clock, but he reaches into the little pouchy thing on his belly and pulls out the phone and hands it to you. I did not understand your note. It's not as though I was going to snoop. And he says snoop the exact same way that you would hear Leah say Snoop.
No, just I've sorry, bad experiences before. But my and takes the phone and puts it in the pocket and says, "My background, I didn't have the chance to change it before it died, and it's a little embarrassing. So that's kind of why. Just I'm not quite ready to get into all that yet."
Giga Flop's voice kind of drops down and matches your new affectation in your new form. And he says, "Yeah, I get it. How it's kind of like trying to adjust the phone and things. I actually didn't get it fully powered or anything. He's kind of doing that mannerism.
Oh, so it's not fully functional at the moment?
No, it almost destroyed my body. But other than that, no,
Shit,
nothing
dude.
happened.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm not really
we
sure.
were on a whole fucking job fair and you didn't tell me about this. I'm sorry, my phone almost
I mean,
destroyed you. What the
you
fuck
know,
am I
you
doing?
didn't ask or anything. It's not like I'm going to bring that up in the middle of a job fair.
Okay, you know what? Fair, I will give you that.
Yeah, know what I mean? Like,
happened?
sticky spot for me regardless.
By the way, dude, and gives like a little, just like friend tap, to just like the chest and says, "You don't have to mimic. Just be yourself. Seriously. I mean, if you want to, by all means, like, pick up the voices wherever you can. But I like you for you, not for you trying to be me."
He stiffens almost like a statue, and the eyes flip over to just the square little blocks. And he says, "Nah, nobody wants that."
Okay, let me rephrase. You have a voice that you have gotten very comfortable with, and
No,
it's not
that is
in binary.
he says,
Ah,
and points both fingers.
okay.
That's
Well, in
the
that case,
first one I heard on my way to school.
well, in that case, pick up whatever the fuck you need, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make the assumption. Go on. Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason that I've been trying to hang out around different people, is to try and figure out something that kind of works for me.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Works for me.
would it help you if at some point we just sat down and had a more in-depth conversation so you got a bigger log of words?
No, that would probably make me wildly uncomfortable given the circumstances.
Given the circumstances?
Yeah, the whole like phone almost destroyed my body kind of thing.
Fair. And
Whole new suite of powers because your
I'm-
cell phone doesn't work.
I'm really, really sorry about that, man.
I didn't want to pry or anything. It's none of my business where you got it or why it had that effect on me. But if you would be willing, you should bring it sometime to meet with the doctor who's helping me test my powers. It should only be, you said it's been 3 weeks right now, right, Rob?
It's like third week of school, so it's been like 2 weeks since everything.
It should only be a couple more days until he gets some testing chambers together.
Well,
Said he had some tests he wanted to run.
I got it off the internet, so I don't know how useful it would. I mean, you know what? Yeah, if it's helpful for you, then does it turn on right now by chance at all, or is it just completely boned?
I mean, you can try it. I'm not sure. I turned to stone shortly after trying to cut it on, so that's up to Rob if it actually has any juice.
Yeah, so Jameson will take it out and click the side to see if it turns on.
Yeah, turns on.
And the moment that happens, clicks it so the screen goes black again and no one sees the background or anything else on it, puts it in the pocket and says, "Yeah, it's working now. Thank you so much." Yeah, I can let me just clear off some of the embarrassing shit. And then yeah, I can bring
So
us to the
long
last
as you
one.
didn't get it from some supervillain or some type of planet-devouring technological
No.
alien,
No,
it should be
no,
fine.
no. I just I'm not an AV club kind of tech junkie, but I am really interested in like classic game consoles and computers and phones and shit.
Hmm.
And then there was this person who said they had something that was like a little more advanced, who's a friend of mine, and we're both collectors. So that's how I got it. But he's not a super villain. Like, we're chill.
Oh, and there's Fantasia.
Rob, how would you feel about a Pierce the Mask?
I would
during
love
all
one.
this
I
whole
would
digging.
love
Please,
one.
please. I was waiting for you to ask for it. By all means.
Yeah.
And that's plus mundane.
Yep.
So
Sure
that'd
is.
actually just be a 5.
5. We'll take a experience.
Closer to that Doom track.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly have not seen, and you know the internet pretty well, and you haven't seen anything like this or anything advertising this, but
I want to say there's a little bit of naivety there where he's like, they wouldn't lie.
yeah,
Why would they
he
lie?
doesn't have a reason to lie.
We're on a team.
And one other thing I will put out there is, like, as soon as he deletes the pictures, he has already said he's more than happy and willing to hand over the phone. He just wants to delete shit off there first. So, and then it's all yours.
I mean, Gigaflop doesn't doubt you. It's just,
Yeah.
do I see any of that tension underneath? And he clearly doesn't.
Nope.
Yay!
So,
Hey,
the 5 of you
Fantasia.
Hey, how tryouts go?
Yeah, I made a lot of friends. They're really nice. They're super cool. Her name's Sky. I'm a cheerleader.
Cool.
High five.
All right, Fantasia. We're forming our own sub team called Team Varsity Jackets. We're gonna get cool jackets and cool letters. We just need to like address that.
Yeah. Oh, we could do like
A gang.
a gang. Yeah. Oh, we could have secret handshakes.
Wait, do I know that some places also give Letterman jackets to the arts clubs? Do you know if that's a thing here too? Because I'd love to get in on this club. If not, then I'll let y'all have your thing.
Why wouldn't you be in the club?
Well, so on Earth, or on this place that we know, Robbie, is it called Earth, or is
yeah, it's
Hey, cool.
yeah.
It's Earth.
All right,
Right.
great.
It's
What
like
a twist!
some
What if
alt
it
history,
wasn't?
but it's just Earth. Yeah.
Surprise.
We're on the
We're on the
Omicron.
moon.
We've been on Krypton the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, yeah, so here, basically schools, only certain types of clubs, usually like athletics clubs, but sometimes also the arts clubs, can get varsity jackets just for like doing a certain amount of stuff for that particular club.
Well, why don't you just make your own jackets?
I mean, you can order them online, but actually they're more expensive to get that way. So sometimes getting them to the school is a little bit easier because they take a little bit of that cost off.
Doesn't mean you're kind of cool.
I mean, custom jackets would be dope, but that's a little out of my budget at the moment. Also, do we want to head to your place,
Oh,
Leah?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's gonna be a bit of a weird trip. It's on a cliff. But let's go.
Nice. And then before they head out, Jameson's gonna give a little like elbow nudge to Fantasia and say, "Hey, you want to ride?"
On what? Do you want to ride?
I had this idea. So you can turn into a bunch of different kinds of shit, right?
Yeah.
What kind of music are you listening to right now?
It's it's a band from my planet, so you probably have never heard of it.
I'd be interested to. If you turn into headphones, you could just right on my shoulders, take a load off for a bit.
Are we anywhere nearby when this
Yes,
conversation?
you are all here.
You were all here.
No, do not. No, that's probably a bad idea.
Why is that a bad idea?
I not remember what happened yesterday. Or actually, 2 weeks ago.
It seems like a great idea to me. I mean, if not, no big deal. I left my headphones at home and don't have anything to listen to, and you can turn into headphones. So if we wanted to listen to music together and we want to take a load
I mean,
off,
I can't, I can't play the music, but I can perform the music.
I would love to hear that. That sounds
Yeah,
better.
she's
Fucking
gonna turn into headphones, and it's just
You just see Gigaflop in the back of the panel, comforting Ethan. Like, it's okay. You don't have to remember the darkness when your eyes didn't work.
yeah. So she can shapeshift, but she can't just like shapeshift into electronics that can play music,
Yeah,
and also she doesn't have anything that would play anything from her music. So
Oh,
You're still a
so-
biological being.
you would have no idea, but Fantasia is not a good singer in her planet. But it doesn't make a difference because it still sounds terrible.
Here's the thing, though. Jamie does have a bit of an idea from the other timeline.
Oh
So-
yeah.
Yeah, so my thought was that this is something that they did regularly, and when you're like, wait, what do you mean? That's why Jamie was like, so I had this new fun idea. This new fun idea.
Incredible.
Yeah, totally new and different
Oh,
that
that's so
we've never
sad.
done before. Yes. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
why.
So
I
you just I just sit on your head and you listen to Fantasia, very poorly,
Mhm,
doing a rendition of the top 40 planet hit, klaxon sounds.
I think that
Yeah.
I think that Jameson has heard this enough times before that even though
You gotta sing along.
here's the thing, he can't process the glottal words. It's still completely
No.
on his breath. But I think as far as like the tune, that is something he can hum. And unlike Fantasia, as much as we all adore Fantasia, Jameson can carry a tune. So it's just a great moment.
Right.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Oh, I'm picking it up from you.
So we're going to cut to a
Star White.
heated Smash tournament in the Sanctuary. First of all, how's that going?
All right, we have to discuss which Smash game are we playing.
Mm-hmm.
So
This
here's-
is the thing the audience needs to know.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Okay. So go with me on this. The best soundtrack is probably the one that exists in Brawl, but then the melee combat is freaking amazing. However, I think that what they did with the Switch version, where they took all the different characters from across the generations and had mixes of the soundtracks from the different ones, honestly, we should be playing the Switch version.
We're down for Ultimate. Okay. I'm down for Ultimate.
Now, who's everyone's mains? This is another thing that is very important to know.
Terry.
The
Only
one
fighting
with
game
blue hair.
characters.
No, Mr. Hit and Run. Mr.
Game and Watch.
Mr. Game
Game and Watch.
Game and Watch.
Honestly,
Leah's only playing fighting
Are
game
you
characters.
laughing at me?
So,
My boyfriend is laughing at me.
Incredible.
Jamie switches between their actual main, which is Toon Link specifically, in like the old school Legend of Zelda style, and then for memes, we'll switch to the Wii Fit Trainer just because their moves are the most ridiculous shit that exists.
All right. Leah's definitely running Terry and Bayonetta. Those feel right.
Yeah.
She's a tryhard. I know this.
Yep.
Ethan will play very similar to the way Bees does. Ethan does not choose his main. He chooses like 2 echelons down. He chooses Pac-Man.
can't get
And
bodied
then-
if you don't play your main. I get it.
Well, y'all gotta earn your way to the main. So
I mean, if I body you anyway, it's fine.
yeah. In his mind, he's like,
Oh yeah.
you gotta earn your way. In all reality, he knows that there are at least 2 people that it is physically impossible to beat.
So, fun fact, Jameson is also withholding his main, who is Falco from the Star Fox series,
Oh
because
no.
his moveset is
Oh.
insane.
Wow.
Yep.
I guess since Gigaflop can play like frame perfect, it'd have to be Fox and just completely fuck everybody up.
Wow.
Yep.
Incredible. So,
Or he could just hit random.
yeah.
Random's the power move,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's what JV does in real life. I just hit random and play whoever. I don't
Yes.
care.
JV, same brain cell on that one.
Also,
Incredible.
if there is ever a moment where they're going to be ordering food, Jameson would immediately put the suggestion on the table that we add everything that we're considering as possibilities as CPUs level 9 and let them fight it out, and whichever CPU wins is the one that we order.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And also, whenever we ordered food, we ordered pickup because it's cheaper, and Leah just runs and grabs it.
Yeah. Incredible.
So
Call me
Uh,
literally the second it's done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
doesn't want to keep them waiting.
Yeah, as you all are enjoying a meal together, there is a on the sanctum's door.
I has to be for me. Also, Jameson, the base is like over there, and I just kind of point to where it's at. Anyway,
Oh, dope. And not even taking the hint, gets up and goes over and starts fiddling with it.
just sort of like peek my head through the door.
Yeah, so on the other side of the door, you can see an individual. So they're wearing just like normal day clothes. They have like a very comfortable, pretty heavy coat on, just kind of a very unremarkable. Probably his had this shirt for like 15 at least years, but is wearing a mask, like a super mask. You know this mask because we get a brief panel of that first day of school. We'd see the like destruction and all of that, and we can see the same person in the same mask watching it all. The bomberang, and you see them standing in front of the door.
Oh, you know my parents. This is not
Everyone
their base.
knows your parents.
Yeah, it's not their base anymore. Hi, you sure you came here to see me?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, Five. I think it's about time we talked about what happened. And that's where we'll leave this episode of the UnRemarkables. Thank you all so much for playing with me. And thank you all so much for
Wow.
watching. So we are going to learn where we can see the rest of these wonderful people on the internet before they yell at me when we're done about that terrible, terrible cliffhanger. So let's do a quick roll here because I don't roll dice at this system much, if at all. So with the 2, we're going to start with our much less flickery friend now. JB, drop the die.
Hi everyone. My energy is directly related to the amount of flickering because it really pissed me off. Hi, I'm JB. Most of you know me as Drop the Die on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, OnlyFans, Fan House, like literally everywhere. I do tabletop stuff. I'm a tabletop writer, editor, layout artist, director, producer, player. I do all that kind of stuff and wear all those hats. If you would like to keep up with me and keep up with the stuff that I produce, mainly for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons right now, please head over to my Twitter or dropthedie.com, where you can find my portfolio, my rates, all the articles that I've written for all the systems and all the products that I've done. And yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Incredible. Thank you so much, JB. Moving on, the second biggest bees.
Medium bees.
I'm going to say medium bees.
No? Please. That's you.
Oh, little bees. It's you.
No. You're
I
second
remember
biggest.
I claimed title of
Yeah,
biggest bees.
Biggest
No,
bees
no.
was claimed. So big bees. You are
How
big bees.
dare!
But you are second biggest bees, at least for today. So
Well,
please tell us where we
hello,
can find
everybody.
you.
I am the most offended bees.
I don't
I
make
have
the
had
rules.
apparently just not only technology is coming for me unwarranted, but my castmates are coming for me unwarranted. So I mean, I just been thrown for a loop because I just didn't know that everybody turned on me like that. So hello everyone else, excluding my cast. I am Big Bees. Thank you, voice in the sky.
Bees.
Yeah.
Just keep
I'm
getting
the
bigger.
Yes. I am Gargantuan Bees. I am a voice actor, variety streamer, pixel artist, one-shot author, I think I can say maybe now. And yeah, you can catch me on my channel Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 12 to 2, playing all sorts of actually starting Monday, I will be starting my Nostalgia November series, where it has been voted I will be going through the Kingdom Hearts series. And I am super pumped because I've always wanted to play. So that's gonna be fun. You catch me here Mondays for the T&B's Power Hour. On our off weeks, Thursdays for the Monster Hearts campaign. And here every Saturday, living it up. And as soon as I can fix the last minute, not the last minute, but the final, polish off that one shot, I'll start getting people together and scheduling some one shots for Pokemon. And that's, follow me on Twitter at BigBees_. Or I mean, I have to change it now to Gargantuan Bees_. So.
Sure. But while you can, get over to Big Bees _ before the rebranding. Wonderful. And now the biggest bees currently, although I will say that is not a permanent dib. Please tell us where we can find you.
Hi, I'm NB's Dare. What's up? One shot.
You're done. You're done.
I'm choosing violence for no reason. Hi, I'm Dare, your resident disaster sword sapphic. I was just, as Bees was threatening me, I just had to pose with one of my swords for no reason. Hi, if you like what I do, you can check me out on Twitter and TikTok at NBDare. That is ENBYDARE. Where I just am a menace. I've become more and more unhinged lately, and it's been very fun. I'm in my chaos arc. If you happen to like supporting me for some reason, I'd recommend going to Die Hard Dice using the promo code DARE for 10% off. If you happen to like Black-owned queer coffee businesses, I'd recommend going to grindingcoffee.co and using the promo code FOREST for 10% off as well over there. I write games and do a million things, so if you like games about the world ending, I'd recommend go to nbdare.itch.io/sunset for When the Sun Dies. A very sad game that's very mean to play, but it's really fun. And in terms of places I will be on Transplanar RPG for 2 weeks left, as I am finishing up the Hounds of Mercy miniseries. It's been a great time, wonderful time, but it's coming close to an end. And I will also be on TTRPG tomorrow, doing a little talk show. That's I think all the stuff I can talk about quite yet. So pretty much I just want to say thank you all because today marks the year anniversary of me streaming. So that's wild. So here's to hopefully many more. And that's it from me.
Yes, incredible. Thank you so much. Moving on, the wonderful Ruby Hart.
That's me. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Ruby Hart on the internet, or Narissa. I use they, she pronouns primarily, sometimes sprinkle in he as a treat. I am a actor, a streamer, and a speedrunner. My primary game that I play is Shadow of the Colossus, and I am the fastest femme in the world at that game. And I also have been learning the speedruns to several other games, including Eco, Last Guardian, and I'm going to be adding Hades and Journey Glitchless to my repertoire in the beginning of 2022. So I'm really excited about those. If you want to check out my channel, that's where I do my full-time streaming, and that's at twitch.tv/RubyHart. And basically, I do anything from speedrun streams to variety streams where I play video games that I've never played before that are in my backlog. I'm playing through the Legend of Zelda series from the very start of the timeline to the very end so that I can analyze Nintendo's version and see if I agree with it or not. And then I also guest here on the wonderful RF Chaos channel, as well as on Stephen Dewey's stream. Stephen is the creator of my favorite tabletop game of all time, 10 Candles, and also a very dear friend. And we do something called Sunday Squad on Sunday mornings where we play co-op games together. Tomorrow for our Halloween stream, all day we're going to be streaming the end of Little Hope and all of House of Ashes from the Dark Pictures anthology, which I'm really excited for. And this coming Tuesday, so we do Trader Tuesdays on his channel, where we basically play Blood on the Clock Tower, and then sometimes also play like Among Us and other betrayal games. And I have actually written my first custom script of Blood on the Clock Tower for something called Oopsal Amnesiacs, where everyone doesn't know what their actual power is. They only know the general team they're on. And then we go from there. It usually surrounds a theme, and I am very excited about my theme. Don't tell anyone this who's going to be in it, but if you were a fan of certain fun video games, I highly recommend checking it out. I will be streaming it on my channel for the GM perspective, and you can check out Steven's for the player perspective. So yeah, that's me and what I've got going on. So just a disaster of shit.
Incredible, and we love it all. And last but certainly not least, a bees of indeterminate size. Oh, Adelaide.
Listen, they're large and in charge. Definitely not bees. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm Adelaide. On everywhere on the internet. I apparently cause problems and make it your issue. So, I am in this game, obviously. I am in my partner, Robert G. Reeve, on Twitch and Twitter, his Fey Wild Wild West game, where I play Dolly Parton. She's a centaur. And I'm also in Fey Forge Academy, and hopefully soon. So we'll see. We'll see what's around the clock. I'm in 2 panels at PAX Unplugged. If you're going to PAX Unplugged, see me there. And otherwise, yeah. See you next week.
Incredible. And I was your GM, Robbie Rolling. You can find me around here in our Discord, interacting with people in chat when I'm not running a game. If you want to see more cool stuff, we got the TNB's Power Hour Mondays. We got Roll Charisma, which are like talk show on Tuesdays. And then we just wrapped up one season of our Aether and Steamworks campaigns. But this Thursday, which I'm still in, we have the near end of one of our wonderful campaign streams of Silver and Stone. But again, thank you all so much for being here. This game means a lot to me. It's been a lot of fun trying to get this crew together finally and have some fun being just some y'all handed me some individuals to be, so I am excited and thrilled to play every single one of them. So thank you all so much. Stay wonderful, and for now this will be goodbye. Have a wonderful rest of your day.